Good evening and welcome to Green Machine Football on TV 50 as we start week 3 of the high school football season from Bob Reed Field in Geneseo. Tonight, Geneseo hosting Chicago Hope, the mighty Eagles, and we have kickoff coming up in just a few minutes. Hi everyone, Lauren Lemke with you along with Bob Pettit and Zach Mackey. Geneseo, the first 2 weeks of the season, they're 2-0. They've scored 110 total points, 16 touchdowns. And they've made it look pretty easy here in the first couple weeks, Bob. But we got a team here, a Class 1A team they're facing tonight, and some changes being made.
Yeah, this is going to be a different kind of contest even yet than the first two. The first two were relatively easy. Second one, not quite as much. But yeah, this contest here. We've got a lot of new faces going to play in this ball game. We are at the friendly confines here of Bob Reed Field, and the weather's considerably cooler. Shouldn't have all the cramping and so forth going on from that heat last week, but looking for a good football game. A lot of opportunities from the Leaf players, different players.
A lot of varsity players tonight here for Geneseo making their first varsity start here at Bob Reed Field. Zach Mackey, how are you tonight?
Doing good.
Good. We got a lot of guys here that we're going to have to track down roster-wise. They're going to keep us on our toes here tonight, but an exciting time for some of these guys to get a first start here and get some playing time in.
Yeah, this is exciting. To get it just helps you out in the long run, too. The more guys that have game time experience and the more guys that are able to fill that gap, it just helps you out in the long run. A lot of people are looking at this game and, kind of putting question marks. How did this all come about? But this was something where, Geneseo all the way up to May of last year didn't even have a week 3 game. They were going to have to forfeit. So luckily, Chicago Hope said, yeah, we'll play you. And it was kind of like you jump on it right away. And the Leafs jumped on it. But unfortunately, Chicago Hope, just a 1A school. They only have 20 guys that they have on their roster. So look for, as Coach said, a lot of different guys getting in there and trying to make their first varsity appearance.
Chicago Hope, they've lost their first 2 games. They have been outscored 75-16 in those 2 games. And as Zach mentioned, about 20 guys on their roster. Our roster in front of us, we only got 14 names, so we'll try to get as many of these correct as we can as we go along tonight. So we apologize to the fans there in Chicago Hope that we might not get everybody in name-wise tonight. The mighty Eagles did win the toss. They decided to defer, so Geneseo's offense will see the football to start things off. The teams are on the field, ready to take the opening kickoff on a nice, cool September Friday night. Game time temperature 66 degrees, about 20 degrees cooler than last week's.
Feels like 40 degrees different. No sophomore contest tonight, so this is the opening action for the night. Crowd isn't quite as good as normal, but the expectations, it's still a football game.
Kickoff is fielded inside the 30-yard line and brought out to about the 33.
And the Hope players are pretty excited.
And as you saw there's a whole bunch of sophomores. It looks like the sophomores are going to be doing the special teams here tonight to start things off.
So I think that might have been Adam DeYoung, number 23, who returned the ball about 5 yards. Has Geneseo at the 33-yard line. Here's the starters for Geneseo on offense. Sam Welch will start at quarterback. He's a senior, number 19. Cade Humphreys, a junior, lines up at fullback, and the halfback, tailback, Lucas Hofer and Andrew Pischke. We'll get the lineman set up here as they hand it off. Sweeping around is Pischke, and Andrew has a run out to about the 39. Give him 6 on the play.
Commenting on Andrew Young getting that opening carry on the kickoff. His sister did the national anthem, so they're teaming up today. Maddie DeYoung, nice job on the national anthem today. Got to get a plug in.
There we go. Starting at center is number 57, Logan Schwarzendruber, and the guards are Bryce Iwinski and Jacob Widger. Tackles Dalton Stage and Levi Roberts. And a flag.
There's definitely some movement in that line.
I think it was on the defense too. It looked like they jumped first on that defensive front.
Number 65, the nose guard. We, along with a lack of names we have, unfortunately for the Hope roster, we have no weights and no positions, but the nose tackle is a big fella.
Lonnie Shelton, yeah, that's who we think it is, 65. So, yeah, he might be the biggest guy on the field. He's on both teams.
He's size multi-X.
5-yard penalty.
They're off. The tackle right now is in the encroachment zone.
Cade Humphreys takes the handoff up the middle, has a first down run to the 41-yard line of Hope. And the other starters tonight for Geneseo, besides the interior lineman, Noah Aper starts at tight end. He's a junior. And Antonio Tumbarella will also be running in plays at the split end position. We see 86 come in, and that is Zach Humphrey.
As Zach mentioned, this is only a positive for the depth chart. These some of these younger guys getting some time in here. They're getting some good game action right from the very start. Not in a mop-up role, but in a starting role.
On 1st and 10, Lucas Hofer sees his first carry, and he's tripped up, brought down at the 36.
He was one shoestring away from breaking that one. And this basically the second unit of the Maple Leafs is really moving the ball down the field.
These players already seen some time with the running clock in week 1, and a few of them got into the game last week when Geneseo built that lead before we saw Eisenhower come back with a few touchdowns too, so it's not their first rodeo out here. 2nd down and 5.
That's one of the positives of having this kind of schedule the first 3 weeks of the season.
The pass, it's Welch, and he completes it to Pischke at the 35 to the 30, and he's taken down up high at the 25.
Nicely executed play. Pischke on the flat, just took it, did a little juke stick, picked up an extra 5, got the first down.
Well, and that's what's so great, too. You get new guys in here, but you're also able to try a couple of new things, too. And Pischke's had a fantastic varsity career so far. He's got a 9.2-yard average coming into this game, and he's a hard-nosed runner. Great
sophomore season last year with the sophomore team, but, there just wasn't any room for him with that bevy of backs that the varsity had. So, he's getting his time, getting his opportunity, and that's 2 years. 2 years were for ahead for him.
2 minutes into this one, scoreless from Geneseo between the Green Machine and Chicago Hope, and the Mighty Eagles call their first timeout to talk things over as Geneseo is moving the football down the field. They have it 1st and 10 at the Hope 25-yard line when we get back to action.
All Zach's buddies are standing by the window laughing at him. He's trying to get him to crack.
Got to stay solid.
It looks like half of the Iowa Hawkeye student body right there.
Are you allowed to wear yellow and black in here or not?
Zach always brings his green.
Okay.
He still got some.
Yeah.
Still got some.
After the Hope timeout, we're back to action. Geneseo lines it up. Wait on the officials, I guess, to talk over.
Talking with the head coach over there.
I didn't notice that just now.
Not sure.
Now that doesn't count as 2 timeouts now, as they take some extended time there, right? Just one.
I think they're just going to charge
one good long timeout. Okay.
We really don't want to be poor hosts here.
No.
But you don't really have control over the officials, as we know.
Yeah, and we've
We had went through this last week where the officials really like to spend some time, and we all got home about midnight.
Here we go on 1st down. Lucas Hofer in motion, counter play back to.
Oh, nice tackle.
Pischke is wrapped up and taken down
by the shoulder pads. It was not a low tackle. Somehow he grabbed his shoulder pads and brought him down. I would have bet he couldn't do that.
I'll tell you what, give credit to that backside linebacker over there, number 51, being able to stay home. A lot of times, number 52, sorry, a lot of times, you see these Chicago schools, they're going to flow to the ball, and he does a good job at staying home, staying true to his position.
He did stay home and brought the tackle down. If that wasn't, if he wouldn't have brought that down, he'd been in the end zone.
Cade Humphreys takes the carry off the right side, inside the 20-yard line down to about the 18, setting up a 3rd and 2 for the Green Machine. Braden Reese, number 85, was just in the game. He will stay in. And
not a favorable spot there, Lauren. It looks like about 3rd and 4 almost. Long 3 or 4. And we're not in critical down territory yet, but they do need a first down.
So they can pick it up here.
The score is still 0-0. This game isn't over.
Opening drive for Geneseo. Toss it out to Lucas Hofer. 1st down to the 10, and he's taken out of bounds on the Chicago Hope sideline. It'll set up a 1st and goal for the Green Machine offense.
They are high tacklers. They're all tackling by the shoulder pads. They're going to slip a couple of those and break some long ones.
Dalton Stage out there too, setting the edge, and a couple of those receivers they bumped out there, Humphrey and a couple of those guys able to set that edge and able to get around, get a couple of yards.
Ben Cosgrave, number 88, comes in along with Noah Aper, the 2 ends on this play.
I hate to say this, but Ben's going to have to shrink his numbers or grow really fast. Take up his whole back.
I can recognize him by the shoes. On 1st down, sweep play to the left. And
Way
it's
wide.
Pischke to the 5.
Oh, just about kept his balance.
Stopped at the 3-yard line.
Picked up a couple after he looked like he was down. Did a nice little balancing act on one hand and one foot.
Hope does a good job on the outside there. The Eagles, they just keep forcing it outside, keep going and going, and Pischke has to just force it almost to the sideline there from the far hash.
Nearing the 8-minute mark of the 1st quarter, we're scoreless, but Geneseo threatens here on 2nd and 2 from the 2-yard line. Tumbarello splits to the right. Sam Welch under center. Turns and gives it to Cade Humphreys. Waiting for a signal. No signal yet. And so it will be 3rd down and inches.
The way that pile moved back, it looked like Cade was going to take it in. But he is about, it's less than a yard, about 1.5 feet.
Got a big nose guard, as you said, right up there to get past.
Stuck a helmet into him, but he didn't want to budge.
Geneseo's had the football since the opening kickoff for over 4.5 minutes now, as they have it just inside the 1-yard line on 3rd down. Full house backfield. Back it goes to Humphreys, and Cade's in for the touchdown. Geneseo gets on the scoreboard with 7:14 to play in the first. 6-0 Geneseo. 10th caller to La Roma Pizza, 944-6171. You win a free large 2-topping pizza. Live broadcast viewers and listeners only. 1 winner per season and must redeem within 1 week. La Roma Pizza, 944-6171.
Just got to thinking about that 1 winner per season, and they've given away 17 pizzas already. We're going to run out of people.
We only got 6,000 people in this town.
That's right.
Extra point is good by Jacob Verplates, and it makes the score 7-0, 7:14 to play in the 1st quarter here from Bob Reed Field.
Look at some of the usual characters that are in this time of the ball game walking the sidelines. Just kind of, it looked like they're just kind of a little bit anxious, just want to get in there so bad. May or may not see action, you never know.
Opening scoring drive for Geneseo took 4 minutes and 46 seconds, 11 plays, 67 yards as Geneseo marched it down the field and capped it off with a 1-yard touchdown run by Cade Humphreys, and Verplates with the extra point. Humphreys with his 3rd touchdown of the season already.
As you mentioned, a lot of fresh names and numbers in on the kickoff squad, as they were on the return squad.
Jack Hinton to kick off for Geneseo. Sends it off to the right, up high, and it's fielded at the 31. Brought out to the 45, and gang tackled and brought down at about the 47.
Did not want to go down easy. We do have some duplicate numbers, don't we? It's going to be a little confusing here.
Yeah, we'll have to assume that the smaller guys are the sophomore team. We'll just have to flip our card over and look at them.
Yeah,
I got Adam DeYoung on that tackle again, too, so he not only returned the opening kickoff, but made a tackle on the return kickoff.
Player is down for Chicago Hope, so we'll have a break in the action here for them to assist that player at the 40-yard line. Will set the Geneseo defense again. New starters tonight with the opponent, Kiko Pena as the nose guard. He's a senior at 5'8", 180. Defensive tackle Zach Humphrey number 86, he's a junior, and Dylan Decker, number 62, also a junior. The linebackers inside, Cade Humphreys, number 35, and number 39, Cameron Dowell. And the outside linebackers are number 88, Ben Cosgrave, he's a junior, and Ben Rowley, number 84, he's a senior. The secondary, the two safeties are Lucas Hofer and Logan Weber, both juniors, and the cornerbacks are Tyler Thompson, he's a junior, and Connor Welch, number 41, he's a senior. So,
as you mentioned, Lauren, these guys they've all been in the earlier contests and got some good action, but it was under the running clock, and they're going to get real game situation here, opening the ball game in the defensive unit.
And one of those things, you know, Coach Petty, you already talked about it. These guys on the sidelines that are a little antsy. That's one of the bad parts, almost, if you want to look. You know, the good part is that all these new guys are getting this playing experience, and you're adding to your depth chart. One of the hard parts is that, you know, these senior guys are basically so far just taking a week off, you know, from game time experience. So that's one thing you'll have to, you know, shape right into gear as you start the conference season next week.
Player being assisted off the field for Chicago Hope, and again, they did not bring too many guys over here, and about 20 of them dressed, so any injuries that they have tonight it's a big deal. It is a big deal.
I apologize, I don't know whether the sophomores were able to pick up a game or not, but on the initial week they were able to play Alleman, a freshman and sophomore contest, on the following Saturday, but maybe that's one of the reasons some of these sophomores are getting in some time if they have to completely miss a week.
Yeah, and I think they do.
First down play, they'll hand it off to their tailback. McKeel Lofton is number 13. The quarterback's number 12, Tavion Collier. And no gain on the play. Another player up slow for Chicago Hope.
With basically the sophomore and varsity team dress, this is quite a sideline appearance.
And it's
lots of players.
It's their biggest player, number 65. We had talked about Lonnie Singleton earlier, and he's a little shaken up there after that first down play. So he's going to be helped to the sideline. We're in the first quarter, 6:42 to play. Geneseo 7 and Chicago Hope 0 from Bob Reed Field. Glad to have you along wherever you may be, and that's where you are. Just saying.
There's no follow-up comment for that.
Second down and 10 for the Mighty Eagles from their own 48-yard line. Trying a sweep play. Geneseo in the backfield. There's a loss on the play. Back to the 43.
There are actually 8 players in the defensive backfield, or the offensive backfield of Hope.
Lots of guys pursuing over there and just flying to the ball. That's what you like to see. Even these guys, you know, these younger guys and these guys that haven't played in those first 2 weeks started, they're not afraid out there, just flying around, playing fast.
And there was such a pile up, we couldn't tell exactly, but David Wallach on the PA announcer said that Kiko Pena was at the bottom of that pile, so we'll give Kiko his kudos.
Kiko starting at nose guard tonight. Third down and 14. Ball back to the 43-yard line. Two receivers left and right. Long count. Play clock down to 2. They get the snap off. Gets the pass out, and it's incomplete, as Geneseo was able to get a rush on there.
Looked like they were going to sack him, but he did a pump and somehow came out of there, was able to get the pass off, but that just kind of a little wounded duck, went straight to the ground.
And the hard part now is are they punting it or are they not? Yeah, they are. You know, you can't switch that many guys out for a punt team or not.
So Geneseo was looking to see if they were going to punt the ball before they sent out the punt team. Again, this is at sophomore special teams that are out there right now.
Might be wise for everyone to just kind of stay home and watch the ball. Make sure that thing's off the punter's foot before they move.
4th and 13. Punt is angling to the far sideline and rolls out at the Geneseo 45. That's where we'll see the Green Machine offense that scored on their initial drive. They lead 7-0, 5:37 to play in the first quarter.
They're going to net about 10 or 12 yards on that punt. Tough situation all the way around. The pressure was on.
Nice to see this offense maybe get get a couple more plays under its belt. You know, it was nice too. You know, 5 yards here, 5 yards there. It was a nice drive that was piled up together for these guys.
Got everybody involved in the backfield too with a couple touches, and we'll start at the 46-yard line. 1st and 10. Pischke in motion, takes the toss from Sam Welch, weaving his way through the outside, cuts it back, and has a nice run out of it to the Hope 46-yard line.
Nice move. Reading the blocks by Pischke. He was patient until his block kicked out and cut inside it. Nicely done. Very nice.
He really did have a great sophomore year this year, and with so many backs, you know, he hasn't had as much game time experience as Pischke, but that's definitely the future next year for the Leafs looking forward.
Let's give Lucas Hofer the credit for throwing a nice block on that play too.
Hofer goes in motion. He'll get the football, and he's tackled from behind and gets back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down and 2 for the Green Machine.
One man slipped through the hole there. See if they're stunting on that. Yep.
Yeah, they brought that linebacker up, and it kind of threw off the Geneseo front there.
It was actually the tackle that made the tackle, but yeah, that linebacker occupied the tackle's blocking attention.
Braden Reese brings in the play, and they break the huddle, sending out 2 receivers to this near sideline. Toss it back the other way to the right to Lucas Hofer. 1st down run. And he's taken down from behind. Very close to it. Yeah.
They haven't called any horse collars, but they're all shoulder pads. They're grabbing some part of the shoulder pad. It must not be the collar. But there are shoulder pad tackles pretty consistently here.
Wow. Looking at our replay.
Or maybe it's a horse collar.
4 minutes to play in the 1st quarter. Geneseo 7, Chicago Hope 0. The Green Machine on the move for the 2nd time. They have it just outside the 35-yard line of Hope. Give it to the fullback, Cade Humphreys, for about a yard, and that's it.
Kind of like, though, this officiating crew, you know, just letting them play. Let it play out here. You know, a Chicago school like this coming in sometimes don't have the most discipline as far as, you know, offsides, encroachment, all that stuff. So it's nice to see them let them play a little bit. Opposite of what we saw last week.
Agreed. Agreed. You know, you don't have to stop the clock on every play. Try to let the players decide the ball game and just take care of the uneven circumstances.
2nd and 9.
And bringing the house.
Give it back to Hofer, and nowhere to go there. So the defense here for Chicago Hope has stopped Geneseo for a 1-yard gain on the last 2 plays. It's 3rd and 9.
Very slow developing, though, too. It just did not develop very quickly, and gave the defensive line time to read that out.
Yeah, Hope brought everybody over to that right side of the line. They read that well, right where the Leafs were going. Might be keying on something.
Your big fella, Lonnie Singleton, is back. He didn't stay out very long.
Geneseo with 5 seconds to go on the play clock as they break the huddle. Will they get this off in time? And Geneseo's going to have to take their first time out because they would have been looking at a 5-yard penalty for delay of game, but they are able to save that, and they'll come over to the sidelines and talk about it. So again, get a new offensive unit, rhythm, all that just is kind of a little bit out of sync here. So
yeah, it was, and you know, no reason to risk a penalty here. It's a good time to call the guys over, calm it down here. 2:32 left to go in this 1st quarter. So 1st quarter's gone by pretty fast here. We've had a continuous clock, both sides of the ball.
Right now it's at the 35-yard line. That would have moved it back to the 40. Have been 3rd and almost 15 from the 40-yard line, and that's not you're not guaranteed to be in 4-down territory there. So this is a lot better situation. Pick up at least 6 or 7. You can go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, not much has been going so far for the Leafs up the middle. It's when you go around the outside, get that outside edge. So I think look for the Leafs to go a little bit more around this outside edge. They got this left side of the field now, the wide side. They spread a guy out.
It's been Cosgrave, Sam Welch, 1-for-1 throwing the football tonight, and Geneseo going looks maybe with a double go, and the Mighty Eagles jump offsides. So it'll be 5 yards in favor of Geneseo. Make this third down a little more manageable at 3rd and 4.
Yeah, that is, in fact, encroachment, and that's exactly what they at least needed. That's a 10-yard timeout right there. Saved them 5 and added 5.
And now Geneseo's going to take another timeout. They just weren't lined up correctly on the field in that formation. So
and I know Coach Johnson's not going to be happy with this. You're getting a little sloppy now. You know, when twice in a series now you got to call timeout. You're not set up, not ready to go.
You don't have to be, have as many reps in practice as the first unit sometimes, but you got to have the timing down.
And that's what's so great too about this. I know just 2 years ago I was in the program, a senior in this program, and it's like every single person in you got group 1, group 2, group 3. It's not like just the starters are getting reps today, just the second team. So these guys are ready to go. I mean, they get as much practice as that first team group. So that's why they're expected to produce just like that first team group is. And
this isn't a situation where it's third quarter and they're filling in one at a time.
Yeah.
This group's been practicing together this week, and they if they get kind of harped on a little bit, I bet they're not shocked.
2:32 to play in the first. 7-0 Geneseo. 3rd and 4 for the Green Machine at the 30-yard line of Chicago Hope. Toss it. Pischke finding his way through, has a Geneseo first down inside the 25, stopped at the 22.
Number 26, Michigan, picking up the Geneseo first down, slashing up the middle.
That will stop the clock for a second for the chains to be reset. And new fresh set of downs coming up for the Green Machine.
Nice job of reading the blocks again by Pischke. He's very patient back there. He doesn't want to just kind of ram in the back of his blockers. He lets them follow through on their block, cuts through the hole, does a nice job.
Logan Schwartzendruber leads him out of the huddle. The center for Geneseo. He'll snap it back to Welch. He'll turn and spin, give it to Cade Humphreys off the right side. Again, another high tackle brought down. About an 8-yard run for Humphreys.
35 Humphreys, the ball carrier, picking up some tough yards through the middle. On the stop of the Eagles, number 1.
Other guys up front again starting for Geneseo tonight at guards, Bryce Iwinski and Jacob Widger, and the tackles are Dalton Stage and Levi Roberts. Geneseo just moving the ball down the field as they did on their opening drive that resulted in a touchdown.
As near as we can tell, they're kind of staying with that unit. Haven't had a lot of changes yet.
2nd and 4. Ball is handed off to Pischke, almost lost it for a second, and has a first down to the 6-yard line.
A weird defensive front too. When you look here from Chicago Hope, they got like 4 guys they put back there at the safety position, and looks like more like they're just don't want to give up the big play. They're okay with giving up 5 yards, don't want to give up the big play.
That was a nice job of recovering that thing because it was out on his fingertips, just about ready to slip out, and there was a defensive tackle bearing down on him. And at the same time he was putting the ball back under his control, he had to avoid that defensive tackler. Excellent play.
1st and goal from the 7. Hofer takes the handoff. He slips trying to make a cut, and he will lose yards on the play as we go under 1 minute to go in the first quarter. 7-0 Geneseo.
Starting to get some moisture on the grass. It's cool temperatures.
Just talked about it early on. It's amazing how much just 1 week can change. I mean, we were sitting in here sweating it out last week, and this week lots of people, most people have coats on, sweatshirts, pants.
Bob brought his hand warmers. I don't know.
Earmuffs.
He was the one wanting the AC last week.
2nd and 7 up the middle, and it's a touchdown for Cade Humphreys. And that will stand. I thought maybe Geneseo had jumped early. No flag on the play, so we've got a pizza to give out. La Roma Pizza, 944-6171. Be the 10th caller, and you win a free large 2-topping pizza. Live broadcast viewers and listeners only. 1 winner per season and must redeem within 1 week. La Roma Pizza.
Looks like the guy that went a little early was the center. So as long as you're the center, you're not going to get flagged for it.
Here comes the extra point. It is good by Jacob Verplates, and that makes the score 14-0. 23.7 seconds to go in the opening quarter from Bob Reed Field in Geneseo. It's the Green Machine on top.
Does that mean everybody else is slow, Zach? If the center leads first?
It looks almost
or did
like
you just snap it a little early?
I don't know if maybe it was a first sound and the other guys weren't ready for that. I don't know.
I'd say he was just a hair quick on the trigger, but it worked out well.
The scoring drive, 10 plays, 54 yards, 5 minutes and 13 seconds. A 7-yard touchdown run by Cade Humphreys. That's his second of the game, and Jacob Verplates with the extra point. We stand at 14-0 with just under 24 seconds to go in the first quarter. So Geneseo's had the football for over 9 minutes in this quarter. 3 plays by the Hope offense and a punt. And Jack Hinton, number 3, sophomore, will kick off for the Green Machine.
If these are sophomore numbers, we got Will Pace here on this end. We got Ryver Griffin. I loved watching Griffin run last week in that sophomore
Short kick,
game.
it's scooped up and returned out to the 36-yard line.
Tell you what, it's kind of like a college team when I'm watching out here. Like, you got 41 on offense, you got 41 on defense, you got, I mean, it goes both ways. You got to be on your toes.
They have to keep the, what's the maximum dressing? Does it have to be under 100?
I don't know.
It's a large group. We got a whole unit down here preparing to go in. We got a whole unit on the field, and it still looks like a couple teams on the field.
Colin Murphy.
Nice to see.
That kickoff return, Colin Murphy and Heath Henderson teaming up to make that tackle. We got to get Heath Henderson's name on this, right?
That's right.
20 seconds to go in the first quarter. 1st and 10 for Chicago Hope. Quarterback keeper. And about a 4-yard run past the 40 to about the 42. And Tavion Collier, the quarterback, and another player down for the Mighty Eagles.
Yeah, he gets up.
Is that the quarterback?
Ben Rowley popped up from the bottom of that pile, and he's over on this end. Good pursuit by Ben.
This might be it for the first quarter. Winding down under 5 seconds. They will not get this next play off. And so we've played one here at Bob Reed Field. And our first quarter score, it's Geneseo 14, Chicago Hope 0.
This TV 50 telecast is sponsored in part by Hazelwood Homes, Dairy Queen, Eric Henderson and Greg Anderson of Country Financial, Turpins of Geneseo, Geneseo Telephone Company, Central Bank, B&B Lawn Equipment and Cyclery, Snap Fitness, Vandemore Funeral Home, Holland and Sons Equipment, Northside Rexall Drug, Hammond Henry Hospital, ProTech Auto Body, Village Home Stores, Liberty Village, Farmers National Bank. Please patronize our sponsors and let them know you appreciate their support of this TV 50 telecast.
And welcome back to TV 50's coverage of Green Machine football from Bob Reed Field in Geneseo with Zach Mackey and Bob Pettit. I'm Lauren Lemke. Second quarter. We're ready to go here with Chicago Hope holding on to the football. 2nd and 5 coming up from their own 42. So they look for their initial first down of the game. They were 3 and out on their first trip. Geneseo scored on both their possessions to take that 14-0 lead.
So far, the Leaf second team's done a great job jumping in there, being ready to go when called upon.
Tonight they're the first team.
That's right.
And they're playing like it, doing well.
Got to be inside the numbers. Referee telling the receiver.
Getting set here on their 2nd and 5 play. Pass over the middle. It's intercepted at midfield. Ben Rowley to the 30. Rowley to the 20. Rowley to the 10. Touchdown!
Yeah.
Geneseo on an interception return by Ben Rowley. 50 yards. 10th caller, La Roma Pizza. You win a free large 2-topping pizza. Live broadcast viewers and listeners only. 1 winner per season and must redeem within 1 week. La Roma Pizza 944-6171.
Man, Ben Rowley catches it right there and knows what to do right away. He is off to the races.
He's ran with that football in the past. It was amazing that he dropped back so quickly. I was wondering how he got back in the defensive backfield so quick. He's lined up on basically the line of scrimmage.
What a play.
Drop back and pass coverage. And
big time play by Rowley.
Obviously the Hope quarterback did not see him.
First defensive touchdown for the Green Machine this year. And it comes on a 50-yard interception return by senior Ben Rowley. 5th interception of the season by this defense. And makes the score 20-0. We had another injured player down for Hope after that return, and we're waiting for the extra point team to come out and kick this extra point. It'll be Jacob Verplates.
Another one of the goals to come out of this week with is obviously to be healthy, and the normal starting unit is obviously going to come out healthy. But this the Geneseo hasn't even had a player down hardly, and the Hope unit has had about 4 guys down. Could be a little difference in the conditioning.
And they're looking to the Geneseo sideline. The officials are for some reason. I'm not sure. We need a football. That might help. This might need that.
I know the stress of that. Got to switch it back and forth.
Well, I don't know which ball boy we want to blame, but somebody fell down on the job. I don't think it ever happened on your watch.
Kyle Toon to hold for Plates. His extra point is no good. Missed it wide to the left, and the score remains 20-0. 11:47 to play in the second quarter. Geneseo on top.
Zach always went home and watched the replays on Sunday night just to hear his name called as ball boy.
That's right.
I don't know, maybe Ben Rowley held on to that football. He's going to take that home as a souvenir. I think I would.
Has he still got it? He can move. That was good.
He can.
He just burned some grass out there getting that thing to the end zone.
That was good.
So we're waiting the kickoff. Again, Geneseo special teams tonight will be their sophomore squad.
A lot of your players that are used to playing in this game right here running up and down the sidelines with their number cards, trying to stay in the game. But you can tell they're a little anxious. It's sure likely just a little piece of this action. Just want to hit somebody.
Ready to restart it. Zach Hinton waiting for the whistle. He's got it. Good kick, end over end, all the way inside the 10 to the 5. And brought back out to the 15, the 20. I think River Griffin came in and made the tackle for Geneseo, number 41.
Defense was just out there, get another chance now to show off a little bit here in the first half.
Chicago Lopez, first and 10 on their own 22-yard line.
So back come the Mighty Eagles after throwing an interception for a touchdown.
You're correct. River Griffin did jump off the bottom of that pile, number 47, as well as 24, and I've got to assume that is Drew Rapps.
Play clock at 15 as Hope breaks the huddle. Not in any hurry here. The quarterback checks the clock, knows he has to get the snap off, and coaching staff from Hope recognizes the situation and calls a timeout. So both teams down to one timeout each in this half. 11:39 to play. We're in the second quarter. Geneseo 20 and Chicago Hope 0.
It's impossible to try to count the Geneseo players, but there's got to be over 70. Looking at the...
Exactly. We're hearing our stats guys are saying 50.
50?
Buzzard and Willis, yeah.
Have you counted them?
That's what they say.
Oh, my gosh. I think so. I think he ran out of toes.
Kind of reminds me, I know, some teams dress the entire program back, like Metamora during the state championship run would do that and that. And it's intimidating when you're on that other side and you see all the players lined up.
Lauren Johnson comes off the field after providing some water.
Coming out of the timeout, the Eagles
Haven't had a ball girl in a while, have we?
on their own 22-yard
Actually,
so.
she's probably a trainer assistant, I'd have to guess.
I think so, yes. We'll have to get her official title.
We'll get her in a post-game interview and get her official title.
First down, shotgun, pressure coming. Ball is out, and he just got rid of it to the track and incomplete.
There was a gentleman on the sideline that was going after it, but that was about the only person within 20 yards.
So it makes it 2nd and 10. Early on here in the second quarter, only 30 seconds into this one in the second period.
Lucas Hofer on that coverage right there. That was well done. Put a blanket over that receiver.
See Gunnar Gaines in the lineup for Geneseo. He lines up here on an outside linebacker on the right side. Geneseo showing blitz. Here they come. Quarterback is going to be sacked inside the 15, down to the 12. Loss on the play.
He was just basically blind when that blitz took place. Was that that was Gunnar Gaines just after you called his number. He was there along with a host of other players.
Came rushing off that end spot, did Gaines, and took on the blocker head on.
For the Eagles.
There's a
ball's on their own 14-yard line.
I think Dylan Decker was in on that play, trying to get all the numbers. Zach Humphrey on that play?
I think so, yep. 86 is Zach. So 3rd and long for the Mighty Eagles. Stay in that shotgun formation. Quarterback keeper running to his right. And a penalty flag thrown. 2 of them in. Short gain on the play. This will probably be against Hope.
It looks like in holding territory, but this is going to be 4th and very long, so this will likely be declined.
Cameron Dowell almost had that tackle. Turned him back inside.
And now if you're Hope, you got to decide, do you go with the punt just because last time, you only gained 10 yards? Or do you throw it downfield?
Well, Geneseo hasn't changed their unit, Hope hasn't either. But it does look like they are going to punt.
Their punter standing at around the goal line.
And Coach Johnson, I can see signaling to him saying, don't go after the punt. Let it go. And, there's so many penalties surrounding protecting the kicker these days that you just never know. 15 yards would be close to a first down.
Short kick anyway. It hits at the 25, takes a Hope roll, and stops at the 32. So Geneseo up 20-0. They start for the 4th time in really good field position. 10-14 to play before halftime.
Did not quite get a first down on that punt. The punt did not reach the first down marker. It was really handy for the flag guys, though. They didn't have to move. They had to move about a foot. We're
ready to go here. Geneseo coming up to the line of scrimmage. Sam Welch at quarterback. senior, number 19. Cade Humphreys had a couple touchdowns already tonight. He lines up at the fullback position directly behind the quarterback. They'll run it. This is Lucas Hofer to the 25, the 20, and diving out to about the 15. Run of about 17 for Hofer.
There you go, jet sweep just right across the side. And again, those outside plays, hook in the end is what's worked for the Leafs so well. You see Hope there again. They brought some linebackers in there. They're trying to protect up front, but they haven't worked on the outside stuff as much.
The War Eagles came in kind of fired up. They were pretty pumped for a while, but they're really wearing down quickly.
They're going to use their last time out too.
And we still have 10 minutes to play before halftime, and that is all they can do now to stop the clock.
That's what's really slowed us down. Otherwise, I mean, this game has just flown by so far. We're not even 45 minutes into the game quite, and we're already 10 minutes left in the first half.
It is moving well. Few incomplete passes by Hope, but not a lot of whistles by the men in the stripes out there, which is really kind of them.
I think they've called a good game too. You know, they knew it wasn't going to be the cleanest game, but done a good job. As you said, if there's something that's unfair blatantly and is going to change the game, you throw that. But otherwise, you know, the guys play.
Lucas Hofer had that 17-yard run just a moment ago. I mean, he had that 60-yard touchdown run.
Yeah.
Week number 1, first play, third quarter. Geneseo put up 62 that night against South Shore.
Hasn't had a lot of carries, but he's got a 15-yard average.
First and 10 from the 15. Hofer in motion behind the backfield. And wrapping up Humphreys just as soon as he got the ball from Welch. We'll give him back his progress to the line of scrimmage, and he'll make it 2nd and 10.
It's kind of a blown play because right away when Welch got the ball, he already had linemen all over him coming in there. That left tackle there for Hope got right in there.
Yep, maybe a little blown blocking assignment because he was not touched. And these are the kind of things that they've got to learn. If you learn them without a lot of damage being done, that's a good thing.
Pischke in motion, takes the handoff, and he's going to be thrown for a loss. Breaks a tackle, however, and gets back some positive yards. Give him 2 yards on the play. Looked like he was going to lose about 3 or 4, but spun out of that tackle.
That was that broken horse collar again. Had him by the shoulder pad, spun him around, but did not go down. Maybe it was
almost a face mask.
Yeah, he had it almost by the helmet, but they tackle high here. They don't go low very often.
Ball's on the Eagle 14-yard line.
8:45 to play before halftime. Geneseo had 20-0 against Chicago Hope, and the Green Machine looking at a 3rd and 9 just inside the Hope 15-yard line at the 14.
Double go would probably get him again. Just saying. Probably will not. Try to pick up some positive yards on 3rd.
Welch to throw, gets it out, and intended for Ben Cosgrave at the 5. A little bit too high and couldn't bring it in. Incomplete. Sets up a 4th down.
About 3 inches taller, and he's got a touchdown, but it was just off the fingertips.
Brings up a 4th and 9 for the
So
Maple Leafs.
4th down. We're going to kick a field goal here. Try it. If we do, it'll be about 31 yards.
There really can't be anything else they're doing. They're completely switching out the unit, and it's really you can't punt from the 12-yard line.
I believe this is the
line.
first field goal too this year. So a chance to, you know, get a little leg under you, see what you do with a couple of yards besides just the 3-yard line.
And this will be Jack Hinton, but a penalty flag is thrown here by the lines judge. And maybe Hope lined up in the neutral zone.
Yeah, they've been doing that a lot throughout the contest, so decided to call it there.
5-yard penalty makes it 4th and 4, and 5 yards closer to making this field goal.
They're probably giving him a warning every once in a while. Then you just got to call it after they just don't heed the warning.
26-yard field goal attempt here with Kyle Toon holding. Nice kick.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
And it is good. 3 more points on the board for the Geneseo Green Machine on a 26-yard field goal by Jack Hinton, sophomore.
I never realized it, but we only have one official back there. They had one official back at the goal line.
Yeah, I'm not sure how they do their alignment and everything. You'd think you'd bring another guy from somewhere to go on back there, just like a point after touchdown.
25-yard field goal by Jack Hinton puts the cap on a 5-play, 23-yard drive for Geneseo. Minute 54 for the scoring drive. Again, they had the short field starting at the 32, and they did come out with some points on it. There's 3 on the board, so make it 23-0 with 8:20 to play in the second quarter.
Very nice leg. Hinton, on his initial 2 kickoffs, had kind of a pooch thing going. Then he drove the last one back to the 5-yard line. And that field goal was nicely kicked.
It's probably all amped up. He'll probably put this in the end zone.
He's just working on his repertoire.
It's a big word, Bob.
Yeah.
See, oh, there he goes.
There all the way down into the end zone.
And out of the end zone, into the student section.
And a couple flags here in front of us, some contact being made. I don't know if there's some unnecessary roughness. Check the call.
Chicago Hope will have it 1st and 10.
Can't catch that on the replay.
It looks like since the ball was already kicked, I think it will be assessed afterwards, and it will be.
So the touchback and the penalty on Hope's going to put this probably at about the 10-yard line.
Blocking below the waist on White.
That's a big penalty, too. I believe 15 yards. Nope, just 10.
It's going to be 10.
Puts Hope in a hole back, field position-wise, at their own 10-yard line. 8:20 to play. We're in the second quarter. 23-0 Geneseo.
15 yards would have made it more than half the distance, so they stopped it right there. 90 yards to go.
Handed off to their tailback, sweeping to the left, has a seam to the 15 and brought down from behind by Kiko Pena.
Kiko had him by one hand. He grabbed his arm or his jersey and ripped him down with one hand from behind.
Yeah, strong grip there by Pena.
Yeah.
Kiko coming down the defensive line to catch up. So you start from the nose guard position to make that tackle on the outside. Gain of 8. 2nd down and 2. Hope has had a few good plays. They just have not been able to put together any consistency here offensively tonight. Geneseo showing blitz, and they meet the ball carrier at the 10-yard line, and that's Gunnar Gaines.
That was just too slow of a snap by that center. The linemen are already halfway there by the time the ball gets back to the quarterback.
That had a lot of arc on it, that snap did. And Gunnar just about outran that ball. He barely caught that ball by the time Gunnar hit him.
He did.
Now makes it 3rd and 10.
Dylan Decker, number 62, was close as well in the vicinity. And so the 8 yards that they picked up on that first down play, they lose it on that 2nd down, and now it's 3rd and 10. Play clock under 10 as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They might not get this one off in time.
I don't think they will.
And they
just could not get it off. That's going to be a 5-yard penalty. Put them back to the 5 now.
After a first down, nice run on first down, the ball just keeps moving backwards again.
Offense. Still 3.
Kind of in safety territory now. A chance for the way that this Geneseo defense has been just pursuing. Pretty close to the goal line.
Yep, especially in their formation. Their quarterback is in the end zone.
Jeez.
And direct snap to the tailback. And he's going to be caught. He is tackled in the end zone for a safety. And we're trying to get the number who came up with the safety.
Yeah, it kind of a weird instance to go out of the shotgun whenever you're back in the end zone, gonna just hand it off. But
Cameron Dowell, I think 39. So Geneseo finding another way to score here tonight. They've got a couple rushing touchdowns, an interception return for a touchdown, a field goal, and now a safety.
Whatever it takes to get points on the board.
Dylan Decker was also in that backfield and in the end zone. He might have got him also. It was just really kind of a wide play, and he wasn't even close to getting out of the end zone.
Well, the great thing about this, too, is not only do you get 2 points on the board, now you get the ball back, and you got 6.5 minutes now to put a drive together and put another one on the scoreboard.
And no pizzas. We can't give out any pizzas for safeties or field goals. So
we can give La Roma's a plug, though, because they've been spending some dough.
Had some tacos there tonight right before the game, so.
Good for you.
I had to make sure the phone lines were all ready to use. So,
they might say, we got to rethink this. It keeps going like this.
So after the safety, we'll see Geneseo get the ball back, as Zach mentioned. And we'll see if.
And I'm pretty sure you gotta punt it, and they have struggled punting the ball.
They actually have their choice.
Do they? Okay.
Yeah.
Kick it off the tee or punt it.
Or you can drop kick. You can. Seriously, drop kick. And Zach's looking at me like, what is a drop kick? No, they can. You can drop kick, you can punt, or you can kick from a tee.
I guess I don't see the advantage of.
And he is going to kick from a tee.
Is he?
Advantage of a drop kick?
Yeah.
Not unless you're really good at it.
Maybe show off.
Just to show off.
Yeah.
Doug Flutie was really good at the drop kick. I think he's the last NFL player to have a drop kick for an extra point or a field goal.
Really?
Just a little trivia out there.
I didn't realize that.
Ball's on the tee. Geneseo's going to get the ball back after they come up with a safety, and it's picked up at the 50-yard line, brought back to the 40. I think that's Drew Rapps, to the 35, the 30, down to the 25-yard line.
Nice run by Rapps. Took it all the way across the field, found the hole. Looks like we got a flag down here. That's probably a blocking problem. Normally is. Oh yeah, there's one right in the back, right there. So that's going to come back. It's going to be 10 yards from the spot, I believe. Is that correct?
I believe so.
So a nice run by Drew Rapps is kind of negated, but Leafs still get the ball just near midfield.
Yep, so they'll mark it. Start walking it off from the 40.
Sets it at the 49.
25-0 is the score. Geneseo ahead of Chicago Hope. 6 minutes and 30 seconds left in the first half. Three touchdowns tonight for this Geneseo offense and a field goal.
Guys have done good.
Sam Welch at quarterback. And Hope just walks over the line of scrimmage.
Didn't see any movement. Yeah, they're letting them get by with a little bit of misalignment, lining up over the line of scrimmage once in a while. But, when you run 3 yards into the backfield, it just doesn't work very good.
And it's one of those things that I feel like that play almost could work almost every other play, just because the way these Hope guys are just going, not really watching the ball much.
Puts the football into Hope territory at their own 46 on 1st and 5. Andrew Pischke in the game takes the toss. He has a Geneseo first down, backs his way past the 40-yard line down to the 37.
Got about 5 yards after the initial hit on that play, and just a nice spin move, just kept his legs driving. And that was a low tackle, a rare low tackle. Didn't have him by the shoulder pads.
Brayton Reese, number 85, brings in the play for Geneseo on this 1st and 10. And Braden's going to split out wide right.
Probably ought to start watching for some fresh jerseys. They might start making some substitutions here. Sam Welch still at the quarterback spot.
Tight in the box is the War Eagles. And they give it to Humphreys. Cade fights his way forward for about 5 yards to the 33.
Look like 65. 65 in there. Tyler Tate's 68. Levi Roberts. Am I seeing those things right or wrong?
If you got Levi and
Noah Aper just checks out. And Ben Cosgrave run the play in. Is that correct? I'm seeing 68 out there.
Yeah, I think that's Levi Roberts.
Right.
Is that one of the guard positions? He's lined up on this right side. On second down and longs. Counter play. Lucas Hofer to the 30, down to the 25, to the 15, and taken down high up by the helmet inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
21 Hofer, the ball carrier.
Their tackling technique is just a little bit strange. I'm not sure if they teach that or if they just, it's just by habit, but they tackle high.
Yeah, it's one of those things, just whatever it takes to get the guy down. Really no form or anything going down low, as you said.
Number 7, who made the tackle, still kind of shaken up here. He's going to stay in the game as Geneseo has it first and goal at the 8-yard line. Wing to the left. They'll run that way with Pischke. Cuts it back upfield to the 5, into the end zone as he finds pay dirt, and Geneseo goes up 31-0. 10th caller to La Roma Pizza, 944-6171. Every time Geneseo scores a touchdown, you win a free large 2-topping pizza. Live broadcast viewers and listeners only, 1 winner per season, and must redeem within 1 week. La Roma Pizza, 944-6171 as the fireworks are let loose.
Got the fireworks for the touchdown. Didn't get them for the safety, though.
Firecracker.
No pizzas, no fireworks for the safeties.
Extra point pending. And Jacob Verplates gets it over the crossbar, and it's good. 32-0, 4:50 to play before halftime. Geneseo on top.
Number 6, Jacob Verplates is good.
And Geneseo, after that safety by Cameron Dowell, took over from the 49-yard line, their own 49. They went 51 yards in 4 plays. And Andrew Pischke with an 8-yard touchdown run. Jacob Verplates with the extra point. 32-0 is where we stand right now.
See some of those guys from the student section right in front of us. It's America night right here. Red, white, and blue.
Very appropriate for this date, 9/11.
Did you know that, Zach, or did you figure that out on your own?
What's that?
That it's American night.
No, I knew that.
Oh, okay. Because I wasn't sure what they were wearing. They just got big flags, big touchdown flags. School spirit is a big deal here. It's fun to watch. And community spirit is a big deal here. It's good to be part of.
Just waiting for Chicago Hope to come back out on the field. They're over on the sideline. Geneseo's ready to kick off.
The head coach is over talking to the head official. I'm not sure what's going on right now.
So
complaining about something. Now Coach Johnson's going to go over there too.
So we just have a
he must have
an official timeout right now.
We've had instances with like this in the past too, where they get a little frustrated about how things are going, and
we had Chicago Dunbar. Was that one year?
Yeah, they weren't going to come back on the
field. Yeah. So that was interesting.
I'm not really sure what anybody could do differently here. I think we haven't had a normal starter on the field yet, and hardly in.
And I mean, 32-0. That happens all throughout the state. That's nothing.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure everything was resolved. Coach Johnson walked away from the the huddle before the Hope coach did, and I'm not sure what else you can do. I think the officials are being as fair as you can be, calling as little as you can call to get this game, keep this game rolling.
I agree with that.
It's just a tough situation when you have a major imbalance, and there certainly is today.
And the scary part is that, you know, there's definitely a time for it to get much worse, too.
Hinton with another long kick. This will be played at the 5. Return to the 15, up the middle to the 20. And a whole pile of leaves come in and make the tackle at the 25-yard line.
That ball was kicked directly at the gentleman on the left side of the field, and the player from the right side of the field came over and intercepted. He was not going to be denied running that football.
A little over 4 minutes to go before halftime, and Hope will take over at the 25-yard line.
That's a nice return from almost the goal line, about the 2 or 3 yard line.
If you're Geneseo looking at this too, you know, 32 points, you get to that 40 mark, then you get the continuous clock and for that entire second half.
So 8 minutes away, or 8 points away from that 40-point total, which would mean that running clock. So I don't know if Geneseo will get the ball back yet this quarter. Still got plenty of time, though. Alleman and Sterling tied up 7 apiece in the second quarter.
Oh, interesting.
A good one.
Yeah, that sounds like a good game.
Sweet play and nice tackle made in the backfield by Zach Humphrey, number 86.
Number 3, the ball carrier for the Eagles. Tackle from behind by number 86 is Zach Humphrey.
Geneseo will be playing Sterling down the road. That'll be one of their, when I look at the schedule, I think one of their biggest games of the year in the regular season is going to be against the Golden Warriors.
I thought you were talking about the alumni game.
Oh. That one too.
No, that's going to be a huge game. Sterling, Geneseo. That's down the road, though, for sure. So
anyone up here playing in it?
Jesse Dobbles always likes to give a call to all his buddies and all his friends at the high rise, so we ought to say hi to them tonight. Hope a lot of them are watching and listening in. And I just got a text from Coach John Wagner, wants to know why there's no fireworks on safeties.
We'll look into that. Second and long, and Geneseo comes into the backfield, makes the tackle, and they blew the whistle before the running back even was down to kill the play. Noah Aper with a nice play.
That was kind of a surprising whistle right there.
Usually you only do that with a quarterback a lot of times.
He was not anywhere near down, and
might be a little bit of knowledge of what that, you know, what that meeting was about with the head coach over there.
Yeah, might have. It's possible. But it's really hard to tell your players to back off from playing the game. It really is. Very difficult. You can put different players in and you can run different plays, but it's hard to say just don't play hard. That's really not fair.
No.
Third and long. They haven't started the play clock yet. Maybe they have on the field, but not on the clocks in both end zone. High snap. Quarterback has a rush coming. He'll elude it, and he is just going to slide down at the 15. Kind of takes a shot after that, and a penalty flag thrown in for good measure. Stops the clock with a minute. Well, clock is moving, 1:20 and ticking.
We do have a flag on the play.
Preliminary calls against Chicago Hope.
Cubs winning the second game. They won the first game of the doubleheader and win the second one 3-0. All those Cub fans out there.
They've had a good week.
They've had a good week.
Just them in Pittsburgh fighting over who's going to play at home for the wild card playoff game. What it probably comes down to.
Oh, you never know. You never know. St. Louis doesn't appear to be playing like they want to win the division. Still 7-7 the second quarter, Sterling and Alleman.
Down to 30 seconds to go in the first half. Fourth down and long, and Looks like Hope's is going to end up taking a penalty here. Now they just get it off. 1 second to go on the play clock. And here's the punt with nobody back for Geneseo. And it will spin back and stop at the 30. And
7 yards short of the first down marker again.
Clock is running.
But that's
I'm not sure.
be of no consequence.
They'll let the clock run out.
I'm not sure. Let it go, I guess.
No,
all right.
No. All right. That will end it. We've played the first half here, and it's Geneseo 32, Chicago Hope 0.
That may have been part of the conversation also.
This TV 50 telecast is sponsored in part by Hazelwood Homes, Dairy Queen, Eric Henderson and Greg Anderson of Country Financial, Turpins of Geneseo, Geneseo Telephone Company, Central Bank, B&B Lawn Equipment and Cyclery, Snap Fitness, Vandemore Funeral Home, Holland and Sons Equipment, Northside Rexall Drug, Hammond Henry Hospital, ProTech Auto Body, Village Home Stores, Liberty Village, Farmers National Bank. Please patronize our sponsors and let them know you appreciate their support of this TV 50 telecast.
Ladies and gentlemen, this evening, the Maplettes will be performing a melody of songs titled Fun. This routine was choreographed by senior Jenna Vermost. And now for your halftime entertainment, we'd like to present to you the Maplettes.
I remember being young and tough, but I knew what I needed. I was spending all my nights and days, lay back there dreaming. Look at me, I'm a big girl now, said I'm gonna do something. Told the world I would break this town, now but y'all run this. 'Cause I put it down like that, down like that. And I'm making it down like that, and I'm moving down like that, down like that. I'm proud of it. I can do whatever I want. And I know where I walk, and I love putting in. And you listen to me when I talk, 'cause I ain't pretending. Took a while, now I understand just what I'm going. I know I'm running and I hoop, I can, but I'm not sure. I don't wanna hurt you, but I'm about to work you. Watch your mouth drop real loud. I'm turning you up, we're burning the clutch, full speed, go feet to the floor, feet to the floor. DJ running that back once more. Time to party, that's all I know. Grab somebody, tell 'em, baby, 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 let's go. Shake it, break it, make it bounce. Shake it, break it, make it bounce. Shake it, break it, make it bounce.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about a big round of applause for your Geneseo High School Maplettes? Ladies and gentlemen, for your halftime entertainment, please welcome the Geneseo High School Marching Band. Tonight the band will perform the first two movements from their 2015 competition show, Bridges to Unity. The show is based on music from the Young Person's Guide to the Orchestra by Benjamin Britten. The band is directed on the field this season by senior drum major Melissa Secundis and junior drum major Luke Johnson. Drum majors, is your band ready?
This TV 50 telecast is sponsored in part by Hazelwood Homes, Dairy Queen, Eric Henderson and Greg Anderson of Country Financial, Turpins of Geneseo, Geneseo Telephone Company, Central Bank, B&B Lawn Equipment and Cyclery, Snap Fitness, Vandemore Funeral Home, Holland and Sons Equipment, Northside Rexall Drug, Hammond Henry Hospital, ProTech Auto Body, Village Home Stores, Liberty Village, Farmers National Bank. Please patronize our sponsors and let them know you appreciate their support of this TV 50 telecast.
And we're ready for the second half of football from Bob Reed Field in Geneseo with the Green Machine on top of Chicago Hope 32-0. 4 touchdowns in the first half for Geneseo, one by the defense on a 50-yard interception return by Ben Rowley. Cade Humphreys has a couple rushing touchdowns, and Geneseo has added a safety and a field goal for their 32 points in the first half. Andrew Pischke has the other touchdown for Geneseo on a touchdown run. Meanwhile, Chicago Hope has not done too much on offense, and we understand here as we get ready for the second half that we will have reduced quarters. We'll be playing 8-minute quarters instead of 12, and it sounds like the play clock is going to be off, so the 25 seconds to snap the ball in between plays, we really won't be looking at that either. So we should have a pretty quick half of football here.
I say so.
And that's a running clock, right?
Yeah.
Running clock, 8 minutes running clock.
Okay. That's going to keep things moving along.
It's hard to set the play clock when you have a running clock. You know, they set the football. I'm not sure exactly why they would turn that off, but apparently they seem they may run that. You have to limit that somehow.
If so, Bubba's going to have an easy job tonight. No play clock in the second half, just one game.
Bubba's a busy man. Can't put too much on him.
He's got a spot for 2 teams. He's got the whole sophomore team to look at, and he's got the whole varsity team to look at tonight. So he's got to get these guys all straight so he can spot for Dave.
And he's still got to worry about getting the Colts on track. His youth football team, and him and Rick Hall. Rick Hall's down there helping him.
Jack Hinton is going to kick off for Geneseo. He had a 25-yard field goal in the second quarter. And we're just waiting for the whistle. I think Chicago Hope's trying to get 11 guys on the field.
Speaking of youth football, Geneseo youth football underway this week, and they're out there having a good time again. Swarms of players out there, future Green Machine players.
They were on the field tonight. They made the tunnel when the Green Machine came out to Thunderstruck.
That's right. Tradition.
I think everybody's ready here. And here we go. Another nice kick by Hinton coming down at the 7. Coming back out to his right and slips down at the 10. So again, see who comes out here on defense. Might be some new players out here for Geneseo that did not start. Tyler Tates, number 65, is in the lineup. Ryan Cass, number 58.
And Nick Schwarzendruber is going to get the credit for the tackle on that kickoff because he was the first one to touch him after he slipped to the ground. Good going, Nick.
We'll see how.
Get your name on TV.
Yes. See how fast Chicago Hope wants to run these plays now with no 25-second clock. Down to 7:10 to play in the third. Official finally spotting the ball.
That's a minute off the clock now. We've gone without a play here.
Yep, they are not running the clock, and they're just going to let them take as long as they want.
High snap, they'll hand it off, and Geneseo swarming.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
This is another one of those instincts where they're in trouble about getting that safety. You're back to about the 6-yard line.
Ben Cosgrave slips in, makes the tackle, wraps up his ankles, makes sure he's going nowhere.
He did a pretty good job because he was being held all the way.
Held right into the play, though. That was nice. Fought right through it.
Loss of 2 on the play, backs it up to the 8. And again, with the Eagles taking their time here. Now they snap the ball up the middle, breaking a couple tackles, gets out to the 12-yard line, gets that 4-yard gain, makes it 3rd down and 8.
3rd down and less than 10, which hasn't happened a lot tonight.
Even showing U.S. Open tennis scores on the scoreboard. That's
Mr. Rudolph's getting creative tonight.
We got some good stuff there. Yeah. Cardinals and Reds 2-2 in an 8th inning rain delay. Got all kinds of good information up there.
3rd and long for the War Eagles. Another high snap.
Just got
Passes
that.
out, and it's caught.
Oh,
and a nice tackle on the
nice.
far sideline.
Great job. They try to get a number off.
You know, his teammates are mobbing him over there.
Going to be brought down by number 85.
That's Thompson, isn't it?
Yep.
25?
Tyler Thompson.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Tyler Thompson over there. Tyler Thompson, they listed 140 pounds.
Tell you what, Thompson met him right on the line there, too, and stuck him.
Stuck him right now. I wonder if he had time to introduce himself before he laid him out.
Well, this will mean a punt coming up here for
Stay home.
Hope if they want to kick the ball away on 4th and 5.
They have not punted very successfully, but he's going to kick.
3 punts in the first half, and this one probably their best one of the night.
It
It's
is.
going to get out to about the 38-yard line.
Well beyond the 1st down marker. To the 38-yard line. And at least get it in great position. 38 yards from the goal line.
Jacob Grunwald, number 70, will be in the offensive line to start things off here, along with Tyler Tates. Got Bryce Iwinski, who started the game, is still in. Logan Schwarzendruber, number 57, will be the center. And the backfield looks about the same, I think, for Geneseo, with except the quarterback. That's Logan Weber, who comes in. He'll be running the plays here.
Logan's been playing defense tonight. Now we get some offensive work in here.
Pretty good crowd here, staying with the Leafs, even with 32-0. Kind of a little bit chilly situations, but still sticking around here. 3rd and 4th quarters.
Might cut into the concession sales tonight.
Yeah.
1st and 10, inside the 40-yard line at the 38. And they're checking with the sideline here. Taking them as much time as they can where they snap the ball. And it's Lucas Hofer who gets out to the 30-yard line. Geneseo had 3 backs carry the ball in the first half. Hofer had 67 yards, Pischke 56, and Humphreys 41, as they averaged about 7 yards per carry in that first half, 164 yards on the ground and 26 carries.
Cameron Dowell checks in to the lineup offensively. We called his name in the first half on a nice
safety.
The tackle behind the goal line.
Defense has come up with 8 points tonight.
All right.
Nicely.
Anytime your defense can put some points on the board, help you out.
From the 30-yard line of Hope, 2nd and 2.
Looks like they're going to eye over here and wait until Coach Thomas is going to count 25 seconds off every time.
And up the middle, that's Dowell.
Hit that hole hard and fast.
Number 39. This kind of reminds me of Larry Zonka with that number.
He ran like Zonk on that one. Put his head down and just took up the middle for about 9 yards.
Nicholas Williams there brought him down by the legs. One of the lowest tackles we've seen so far from the War Eagles.
2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Running clock here in the second half. Again, we're just playing 8-minute quarters. And no play clock. Kind of on the honor system, I guess.
Sometimes you see a team like this that
My bad.
honor system, needs a little bit of organization. But you see some athletes. Nicholas Williams is an athlete, no doubt about it.
Geneseo set, ready to snap the ball. Pischke in motion. He'll take the call, turn it upfield to the 15. Gets close to the 10. 8 yards on that run for Andrew Pischke, who's got a touchdown tonight.
26 Pischke, the ball carrier, slashing back through
Must
the
have put a
middle.
knee down because they're moving him back to about the 11, almost 12-yard line. I thought he was down to the 10 also, Lauren. Well, this is a long quarter. Minute left here in the third quarter.
Last call for hot dogs.
It's going right on by here. And the clock's still running. No play clock. They're taking all the time they need.
Second down and 2. Ball at the Hope 12-yard line. Weber under center. Pischke goes in motion. They'll give it back to Lucas Hofer. Submarined at the 7, and he's taken down around the 6-yard line.
That's probably going to be the end of the quarter, it looks like, too.
Nice blocking by this offensive line tonight. Guys getting their opportunities, get in there and move some guys out, and they're doing a good job. There's some big guys in that defensive line of the War Eagles, but our offensive linemen are blowing holes.
Geneseo will have a first and goal inside the 10-yard line here at about the 6 or 7 when we get back to action. But that's going to end this third quarter as it went by quick with the running clock. No score in the third period, but overall Geneseo leading Chicago Hope 32-0.
This TV 50 telecast is sponsored in part by Hazelwood Homes, Dairy Queen, Eric Henderson and Greg Anderson of Country Financial, Turpins of Geneseo, Geneseo Telephone Company, Central Bank, B&B Lawn Equipment and Cyclery, Snap Fitness, Vandemore Funeral Home, Holland and Sons Equipment, Northside Rexall Drug, Hammond Henry Hospital, ProTech Auto Body, Village Home Stores, Liberty Village, Farmers National Bank. Please patronize our sponsors and let them know you appreciate their support of this TV 50 telecast.
Welcome back, everyone, to TV 50's coverage of Green Machine football. Start of the fourth quarter.
Wow.
It sounds kind of strange. I thought we just had halftime, but 32-0 is the score with Geneseo moving the football. They've got it inside the 10, first and goal when we start things off here in this fourth period.
We just checked in with Willis, and the War Eagles ran 3 plays, and Geneseo ran 4 in that quarter.
Less than 1 a minute.
Yeah, because we had the kickoff too, so, and a punt.
Oh, jeez.
Logan Weber is in at quarterback, number 11. I think that's Cade Humphreys with the carry. And no, it's Dowell, Cameron Dowell gets the call, gets the touchdown. Geneseo with another score. 10th caller to La Roma Pizza. Every time Geneseo scores a touchdown, you win a free large 2-topping pizza. Live broadcast viewers and listeners only. 1 winner per season. And must redeem within 1 week. La Roma Pizza, 944-6171.
Way to go, Cameron Dowell. Just cost La Roma's another pizza. Maybe somebody should call in and offer that pizza to Cameron.
He's had a safety and a touchdown tonight.
That's a big night. That's good stuff. Give him a pizza.
That would make me hungry.
Oh.
For plates with the extra point. Almost blocked, but nice.
Very nice.
And
That had to go right under his armpit because the Hope defender just looked like he was going to block that thing right back to the ground.
He just crashed the edge. Might have got a little bit of a jump. I think he was. He got a little bit of a jump start.
I think so.
He was 3 yards into the Leaf backfield, but almost got the block. Almost got it. Got to give him some credit here.
Clock is continuing to run even on this change of possession. 6:40 to play in the game. We're in the fourth quarter. Geneseo now leading Chicago Hope 39-0.
I think part of the agreement, the coaches and officials, was that they were it had to be pretty blatant to blow that whistle now, and they're swallowing the whistles pretty well, keeping the flags in their pocket. Just so make sure nobody control the game, make sure nobody gets hurt.
Geneseo with that'll be their fourth offensive touchdown tonight, so they've moved the ball very well, very efficiently tonight.
Back to Hinton on the kickoffs.
Bounces at the 10 and picked up. And Geneseo, 3-4 guys making the tackle. Sophomores did not have a game tonight, so they are ready to go.
Yeah, they are. That's
special teams.
That's what you like to see too. Just swarm into the ball. Everybody get on it. If that whistle hasn't blown yet, everyone's coming there to help out. That's really indicative of a Geneseo program.
On their own 25-yard line.
That looked like that. Was that the sophomore 88?
Yeah.
Would that be Justin Perrin?
Yes. I was looking at the replay too, Bob, to see who was coming up off that pile.
I know
nice
River Griffin was in on the tackle, and sorry about the other ones, but there was 4 guys wrapping him. I think it might have been Adam DeYoung again was one of them.
5 minutes to go in the game. 39-0 Geneseo. Football at the 25-yard line of Hope as the War Eagles. Now they need to bring an 11th man in. They only had 10 in the huddle.
Oh.
We're down to 4 minutes and 47 seconds. And Hope is not running an offensive play yet. Ran 3 in the third quarter.
We're at 9 plays so far in the second half.
Spreading it out here on 1st and 10. Now we're ready. Running the ball. Geneseo pursuing, and a nice tackle coming up and making it for a loss on the play.
Number 13, McHale lofted on the sweep around the left side for the Eagles.
Might have been Tyler Tates over there.
That's Gunnar Gaines again.
Gunnar Gaines.
Gaines with 3 or 4 tackles behind the line of scrimmage tonight.
That was Gunnar, and when he makes them, he's a lot of times in the open field.
Speedy guy, yeah. That's the hardest tackle to make, too, when you're in that open field all by yourself, nobody by you.
Nicely done. He kept his pursuit and kept his, but he kept his balance.
Yeah. Got to give a shout out. I just found out my aunt won the La Roma's pizza, so we're giving them out. There are still people winning them.
She's giving it to Cameron Dowell, though, right?
That's right. That's right. She was supposed to.
2nd down and 12 from the 23. 3:15 to play in the game. Trying to set up a screen maybe. Geneseo with the rush and the sack.
Big loss on the play.
And Kiko Pena.
Kiko Pena.
Sorry, Kiko.
Kiko Pena all over that. Also putting pressure on was number 62, Dylan Decker. Had to duck under Decker and ran right into Kiko.
Kiko's had a good game tonight.
Very nice. Very nice.
Pursuing of the ball, making some tackles. Good to see.
Bryce Iwinski getting some defensive play. Started the game on offense, getting some defensive time. Just came in for Kiko.
Spreading things out.
3rd and 20. They'll try running it again, and Geneseo pursuing the ball. Slips through a defender and takes it towards the sideline, stopped shy of the 25.
Levi Roberts at the defensive tackle spot. Is that 58 also, Ryan Cass? Am I not reading that one right? Trying to get these guys in, moms and grandmas, dads and uncles. Trying to get the names in there.
Yep, that is Ryan Cass.
Ben Rowley still in there. Ben's played pretty much the whole game defensively, doing a very nice job back there.
Had one of the biggest plays of the entire night. It was a big time. You didn't know the wheels that Ben Rowley had running that thing back.
That was a great interception return.
It was just a blur after he caught it. Couldn't hardly see him going down the sideline.
Minute 20 to play in the game, 4th down. Looks like Hope will choose to punt the ball. So Geneseo's not going to have much time left. This one just takes a roll for Hope across midfield, stopped at the 41-yard line, and Geneseo offense is going to come back out with a minute to go. Might be able to get in one play or maybe two.
It would be very logical for them to do
probably just knee it, I would
take
think,
a knee and
at this point in time.
Finish it off. 39 zip.
I don't know when the first time you can ever say that a game has ended before 9 o'clock at night.
Not sure. One touchdown in the second half. Cameron Dowell with a touchdown run for the Green Machine that led 32-0 at halftime, but we've had only 16 minutes of football the second half, and those 16 minutes were all running the running clock. 25 seconds. Geneseo will just take a snap here, and this will end the game. So they go in victory formation, and there it is. Logan Weber takes a knee, hands the ball back to the official, and the team starts shaking hands. So Geneseo is now 3-0 on the season as the final seconds tick off. They go on the road next week to begin conference play, and we'll have it for you at LaSalle, Peru, Howard Fellow Stadium next week here on TV 50. So the final score here tonight, 39-0, Geneseo over Chicago Hope. We'll get the halftime or the game stats here, which will be a whole lot more than what we had at halftime. But you know, Geneseo, I thought a classy move here as far as what they did. With you know, starting, they didn't need to play the first team starters tonight, and very respectful here for Geneseo tonight, I thought.
When you have a game like this, you just have to try to get anything positive you can out of it, and that's what the Leafs did. They got some of their backup guys got some good playing time. You never know when they might have to step in this season. Also build up for next season, you know, the future. Keep that reload system going. And here the Maple Leafs ringing the bell, and they got a long line of players to get through there, having dressed pretty much the entire sophomore squad. So good night for the Leafs. They did as much as they could to get positive out of it and come walk away with a 39-zip win.
16 first downs tonight for Geneseo, 202 yards on the ground, 11 through the air, 213 total, and they only had one penalty. Individually, Lucas Hofer had 80 yards rushing, Andrew Pischke with 64, Cade Humphreys 48, and Cameron Dowell 10 yards and a touchdown. 2 touchdowns tonight for Humphreys and 1 for Pischke. Sam Welch, 1 for 2 passing the ball, 11 yards that pass to Andrew Pischke, and Ben Rowley with a 50-yard interception return. So we'll do it next week at LaSalle, Peru. The final score here tonight, Geneseo 39, Chicago Hope 0. We want to thank Ron Hartman and Geneseo Communications for providing ITV 50's internet streaming. Kim Kennett back at the WGRG FM studio. Our statisticians, Willis Andel and Buzz, and our technical coordinator, Keith Kennett. For Zach Mackey and Bob Pettit, I'm Lauren Lumpke. 39-0 the final score. Good night from Bob Reed Field.